Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've all had a brilliant Christmas. I don't know whether I'm the only one that feels this way, but Boxing Day is just a bit of a sort of a hanger-on day. I'm a firm believer that once Christmas Day is gone, Christmas is over, it's finished, it's done. So I fished out all of the Christmas CDs out of the car. They've all gone back on the CD shelf. The Christmas DVDs, apart from 2 or 3 that I've still got to watch, have gone back upstairs for another year. It's just how I feel about it. I'm back at work tomorrow. Another quick shout out to Jason, you poor sod, double whammy, working Christmas Day and he's also working today as well, but he does say that he's got the next few years worth of Christmases off, so you've got those to look forward to, mate. Now then, what have I had? What has Santa bought me this year? I'll run through these as quickly as I can. The official Christmas #1 single book. It's basically a series of trivia pages. Let's see if I can just flip through this. We all know how rubbish I am at this. It goes from every year, from the 70s right through to one day. It's pointless doing that because you can't read any of it. But it's basically taking it year by year, looking at the singles that were in the charts every Christmas. Jason, I reckon you'd love this. This is right up your street. And it's just, as I say, a lot of trivia about the music and the singles that made it into the charts on any particular year. It's a fascinating read. I've only managed to look at the ones from the 70s so far. But yeah, it's good. The other one I got was this one. This is a hell of a volume. The Magic Box. Basically, it's a history of British film and television. I don't think there are many pictures in this. In fact, yeah, there are a few, but not many. This is basically just a history book of, like it says, British film and television. So I'm looking forward to having a read of that. But there are 400 and nearly 500 pages, so that's going to take a little bit of getting through. Now on to the good stuff, the Blu-rays. I've had quite a few this year, so I've got enough to keep me going watch-wise for quite a few months. First one is a series that I started watching 2 or 3 years ago. I only saw about the first 3 episodes, loved it, abandoned it, and then realised actually I could have done with watching the rest of that. So, Black Sails. It's all to do with pirates. That's pretty much all I can tell you. There are a lot of famous names in here, pirate-wise, including Long John Silver, who I thought was a fictional character. But all the pirates that you've heard of, Blackbeard, all that sort of thing, they're all in this. It's a raw series, but really, really well done. The 3 or 4 episodes that I saw were superb, so I'm really looking forward to watching that. That is the complete season 1 to 4. So that's going to be worth a look. Notice none of these are out of the cellophane yet. Another series of movies that I've meant to catch up on for quite a while. I've only ever seen the first one and quite enjoyed it, but never quite got around to watching the rest of them. We all know how I feel about sequels. The Harry Potter collection. So this has got all 8, is it 8? It's an 8 film collection on Blu-ray, so I'm looking forward to having a watch of these and catching up with them. As I say, the first one was very good, but I haven't seen any of the others, and I believe they get darker the more they go on, so looking forward to getting into those. This is one of my favourite movies ever. I've seen this so many times, but I never ever get bored of watching it. The Time Machine. Based on H.G. Wells's book, starring Rod Taylor. It is the story of a guy that basically invents a time machine, goes into the future to a future world thousands and thousands of years on, and it's just really, really well done. It was made about 1960. The special effects were groundbreaking for the day, so I'm really, really looking forward to having another look at that one. This one I've never seen. I've always wanted to see it, and I must have mentioned it to the right person, and I've ended up with this one. The Dirty Dozen. Classic war film. Another one yet again that I say I've never really got round to watching. It's Lee Marvin, You've got Ernest Borgnine, Charles Bronson, John Cassavetes, George Kennedy, Robert Webber, Clint Walker, Telly Savalas, Robert Ryan. It's got stars in it up to the ceiling, and it's a long film. I believe it's a good 2.5 hours or something like that. Every time this is shown on TV, I read reviews of it basically saying that they've cut it to shreds. So this is the uncut version, I'm hoping. So I'm looking forward to having a watch of that one. There are quite a few classic war films that I've never managed to watch. Von Ryan's Express is another one, which I would enjoy because it stars my hero Frank Sinatra. And there are quite a few others. I've never seen Where Eagles Dare. None of this will come to any surprise to Jason, Guy or Chris. But I've never seen any of those. But I'm looking forward to having a watch of that one. That's The Dirty Dozen. This is one of my favourite sci-fi movies. I haven't seen it for many, many years, so I'm really looking forward to watching this. Logan's Run. Stars Michael York, Jenny Agutter, basically set in a world, what year are we in? 2274. You're basically only allowed to live until you are 30, and then you are supposedly reborn in a ceremony known as carousel. They find out a little bit down the line that carousel is actually a way of just killing people off at the age of 30. So Logan decides to run, hence the title. The movie is brilliant. Visually, it's superb. Every single year, without fail, I hear rumours, especially on the movie pages, that somebody has bought the rights to this and is going to remake it. Not sure it's a brilliant idea. I'd be very curious to see what they did with it as far as it being a vision of the future. This was made in 1976, I believe. Are we 76? I can't see it, but I'm sure it was about 1976. So the vision of the future that they had was beautiful. I thought it was great. But what they'll do with it now, they'll probably turn it into something extremely dark, very sort of Robocop-ish. I don't know, we'll see. It also gave birth to a series, Logan's Run, which I've got upstairs, and I loved that. That was screened in the 70s. Classic 70s sci-fi. Another one, let's have a look. I was going to do a couple of quick unboxings here, so I might as well do them now. I think I showed this one yesterday, Hell Night. This is one I actually bought from HMV. It's from 101 Films, and they normally take very good care of their releases. So let's just see what you actually get into this. Just take the cellophane off, tip it up, and obviously you've got the Blu-ray itself, with just the disc in there. You've got loads of extras to plough through on the back there, and you also get this rather, very nice little book that goes with it. And again, I'll show a couple of pages, but it's difficult to show these things. I must get a different way of doing this. But it's just, I believe it's just interviews, background information on the movie. I'll do a review of this when I've actually watched it. I saw this many years ago and it creeped me out, really did. So I'm looking forward to having another look at that one. My favourite movie ever, Clockwork Orange. Now I've already got the 50th anniversary collector's edition of this, but this is the Titans of Cult limited edition 4K, Ultra HD, obviously Blu-ray as well. So let's see what you actually get in this. I'm hoping quite a bit, because I know this isn't cheap. Let's get the cellophane off. How on earth do you even get in it? Does that come off? I don't want to rip anything open. Oh, here we go. Here's the top. So I'll do the flaps there. You've got a couple of there it goes. Little studded pin badge thing. And you've got another one here. It's quite nice. And I would imagine the rest is just, it's a steelbook. Hey, yeah, it's a steelbook. Another steelbook, Dave Lowe, to add to my collection of 3 or 4. There we go. And I would imagine that is the Blu-ray and the 4K, which I'm guessing has got quite a few extras on it, but I don't know, because special features. Yeah, there are a few, but it looks as if a lot of them are the same ones that were on the 50th anniversary, so I'm not too fussed about that. But another steelbook, Dave, well made up. Now, classic movie, The Outsiders. This is the one that introduced the Brat Pack to the world in the 80s. It's a Francis Ford Coppola movie, and if I reel off the stars of this, you'll know what I mean. C. Thomas Howell, mostly famous for doing The Hitcher a few years later. Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, Patrick Swayze, we all know Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Diane Lane, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, Leif Garrett. They are all in this. It's a story of gangs, if I remember right. I haven't seen it for many years, but let's see what you get in this collector's edition, which again I know is not cheap, so I'm very grateful I got this. Cellophane off it. I think, Guy, you've got this, haven't you? I don't know whether you've got this edition, but I know you've got the movie. Now then, the whole thing slides out of there. Now then, if I do this, is everything going to fall out? Let's see. There we go. There's one version of the movie by the looks of it. There's another. What we got a bit further on? What's this? Oh, and another disc. And another. Good God. One of these is the soundtrack. I think that's the end one there. That's the soundtrack to the movie. What is on these other discs, I do not know. But you have also got a little bit. Oh, this is hopeless. Right at the end here, you've got a little sleeve, and you've got all sorts of bits in it. Which I'll just pull these out and lay that down on there. Try not to. Oh, hang on. Little pin badge. Stay gold. Stay gold. Ha! I believe that was an expression they used in the movie, but let's see. Right, let's go through these very quickly. The usual booklet with photographs, interviews, blah, blah, blah. Up there we have some, what looks like some poster artwork. I get the feeling these are going to look great framed. Right, the right way up. There we go. That's nice. We've got another one here. These are all different versions of the posters by the looks of it. That's a nice one. I like that. Oh, we also have some photographs here which I can't quite remove, and I don't particularly want to rip the band that they're in, but what it looks like you've got there is photographs of cast and crew. There's Matt Dillon on the front there. As I say, I don't particularly want to. Oh, then again, does it really matter? Let's have a look. See what we've got here. We've got Matt Dillon, Emilio Estevez, C. Thomas Howell, and I think finally, if I can, oh hang on, there's another one. There's quite a few there. There's Rob Lowe, C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Francis Ford Coppola, and some bird on the end. I've no idea who that is. And one more. Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. I believe that's got to be Diane Lane, I would imagine. So that's that box set. So that will all be going back inside there in a minute when I can do it properly. But that is what I've had for Christmas this year. So anybody wants to come on and show their Christmas haul, feel free to do so. Would love to see what you've got this year and what you've got to watch and this, that, and the other. So I know you've got nothing, Jason, but you did get those rather two splendid sets. Are they mugs? They look like mugs. And I was just curious to know, what is that thing in the Jaws mug? There's like a white, it looks like a bar of soap with two holes in it, but it can't be that. But that's what it looks like. So I'd be very curious to know what that is. Right, that's pretty much it for today, folks. I did promise I'd come in and do this. I'll be back again next week. I'm going to try and watch The Amazing Mr. Blunden today if I can, and do a review of that, possibly for the website as well, because that is a classic piece of movie entertainment that I've not managed to watch. Released in '72, on the back of movies like The Railway Children, directed by the same guy, Lionel Jeffries. So it's going to be really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that. So if I can get all of this packed away and get everything uploaded onto YouTube, I shall sit down and watch that. It's been a nice little Christmas, what there was of it. Obviously, I was working on Friday, and I'm back to work tomorrow, so it's all very short, but I've certainly got it better than Jason. Jason, you poor sod, talk about a double whammy. But you got the next few Christmases to look forward to, mate, so that's not too bad. Right, if you've enjoyed the video, as I say, as usual, give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated, and if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. So take care, folks. Enjoy your new year, if you're having any New Year's celebrations, and I will see you, what will be the date? 31st. Yes, it'll be the new year. So I shall see you all in 2022. Take care, folks. Have a brilliant Sunday, and I will talk to you all soon. Ta-da.